Hello everyone and welcome to Shifting Gears. I am seated inside the new Kia Carnival and prices start at rupees 63.9 lakh ex showroom. The variant which I have with me today, Limousine Plus, this is a 7-seater vehicle, 2 plus 2 plus 3. So this is quite a unique product, especially at this price point. Of course, prices have gone up for this new Kia Carnival compared to the old Carnival. This is the Carnival Limousine, they say, and at this price, there is no real competition. At the other end, you have the Toyota Innova and Innova Hycross, the Innova Krista and the Innova Hycross, and at the other end, you have another Toyota, the Wellfire. But in this price range, between 60 to 80 lakh rupees, there is no product which is available in such a format. No luxury MPV which is available at this price point with such kind of road presence and scale, size and space on the inside. In this video, we are going to speak about the interior cabin of this new Kia Carnival. We are going to speak about the space in the third row, space in the second row, and then space in the front cabin along with the features that you get. So there are a total of 3 long format videos available for you on the Shifting Gears channel so that you can make an informed car buying decision and decide if this car makes sense for your family car requirements. So now is a good time to subscribe to the Shifting Gears channel and press that bell icon. Now we are going to start with the third row. Then I'm going to show you the available boot space. Then we will jump in the second row and speak about the space and the seats which are very unique at this price point. And then we will end the video with the front cabin because you have to know what is available for you as a driver if you decide to drive such a big car. So to jump in the third row, you can't really use this kind of a gap because there is no real space. If you want to access the third row, you have to walk, stand up and walk between these 2 captain seats available in the second row. So check this out. For my height of 5 feet 8 inches, I can easily crawl in the third row of this new Kia Carnival. So now have a look at this. A third row which is genuinely spacious. I'm 5 feet 8 inches in height, like I said. This second row seat, I had adjusted it to my height and for my comfort. And behind my seating position for me, again, you will notice there is ample, phenomenal knee room that is available for a third row seat. This is unlike any other third row which I have seen in the recent past. Not real good thigh support because your knees are pointing a little upwards, but still this is absolutely not a bad deal at all. And I think this is a very comfortable place to be considering third row standards in, I guess, any other product which is available in the Indian market with 3 row seating. Now for my height, as you can notice, there is a retractable headrest which has this angle adjustment, but that is actually just an angle adjustment one time because when you want to get the headrest down, you have to push it out like this and then push it down. This is how it will be locked in place. Really good headrest, and as you can notice, it is large in size. Decent amount of headroom that is available too, so I'm not really feeling claustrophobic inside the cabin. That is also thanks to this rear quarter glass which is allowing a lot of light on the inside. And if you think this is going to make you feel hot, you have a retractable sun curtain over here too. And if you want to feel cool and cold, the AC vent is over here on the roof, so you can direct airflow straight on your face, so no oily skin if you are going to take a nap. So this is going to be very comfortable and very convenient because you can get the airflow overall on your complete upper body. And this kind of a AC vent is something that makes a lot of sense, not available in a lot of cars here in India. Now this Kia Carnival in the third row is a 3-seater. This is a 3-seater setup. So check this out. If I sit over here, this is actually going to be the most comfortable space. Guess why? Not because I have a small headrest over here, not because the headroom is just as decent as the other ends of this seat, but because in the second row you have captain seats and I can completely stretch my legs and sit cross-legged over here on this seat in the third row. So this is going to be the most ideal seat if you want to sit in the third row, because it is not bad at all. And check this out, the seat bench is not raised, not jacked up significantly, so you know the headroom is not compromised by a huge amount. Of course it has a mild elevation, but it is not bad at all. And because I can stretch my legs, I will not feel cramped at all. And when I stretch my legs, then I get decent thigh support too in a third row. Have you heard decent thigh support in a third row ever on any other car in India? I think I have not said it, at least. And this is really roomy, and it does not feel like a cramped, compromised seat. So elders, adults, and even your kids, nobody will complain that they have been made to sit in the third row cabin of this Kia Carnival. When you come up close, you will notice that over here on this panel you have two cup holders, and you have another space over here to store extra oddities. Along with this storage point, you will also notice you have a Type C USB charger, you have a speaker over here too, and you will notice you have a cabin lamp too, which is not really functioning. I don't know why. Now in the third row, you have 3-point seat belts for all. So this is the seat belt for the third passenger, very nicely tucked in. And on the left hand side too, again you will notice you have the same storage options, and over here also you have a Type C charging point. So quite nice, isn't it? And what I really want to stress upon is the color scheme on the inside. This, you know, black plus tan brown plus this beige scheme that you see inside the cabin, this color theme, this is exclusive to India. This is not going to be seen anywhere else around the world. So that is a way that Kia is saying that Indian market is important to them, and they are investing in our market on a car at this price point too, which is not going to be a huge volume seller, but the brand thinks that it is important that they get things right. Now why it is important? Because since this is a family car, since you will go out on really long road trips in such a product, you will have your kids, your friends, your family members. If this was a light beige interior, it could have gotten dirty quite easily. But because of this darker shade, a black floor, and then this dark theme on the side and also on the seats along with that black, this is going to be easy to maintain. Just wet wipe it and it is going to look shiny clean, and this is going to make your ownership very easy. So in terms of third row space, I think this is fantastic. And if you want to recline the seats, you have these two straps on either end, and you can very easily recline these seats this way, and you can have a nap even in the third row. I mean, there is no other product which can let you take a nap even when you are seated in the third row, because when you are seated in a third row of any other product, you would mostly be crying for space. But over here, no problem at all, and a headrest for the middle passenger too. And this is the most reclined seating position, and this is the first locking position. This is the most upright locking position, just in case if you want to store extra luggage. So this is how much you can get the seat back up and pushed to the forward most limit to accommodate for more luggage. But to recline the seats, it is not really a problem. And what I want to show you is that over here you get a 60-40 split, and check this out, you can adjust the recline angle for that 60-40 split for the rear seat back. And you can also, by the way, fold this seat quite easily, and you can also retract these headrests. Check this out, you actually should have, you know, retracted that headrest when the seat is a little higher up. Now that it is done, so much space for luggage, so much space for cargo. Now to open the tailgate, you have a request sensor below that Kia branding, and as you can notice, power assisted tailgate, and you can also set the height at which height this door should stop if you are shorter, so that you can access these buttons easily to close the tailgate. Have a look at this. This is with the third row in place. I mean, fantastic storage space. Now, the one thing that could be a problem is that if you have really heavy bags which you store over here, you will have to lift them up quite a bit because the loading is lower. And so check this out, when you have to lift the bags, there is a deep storage space over here, so you will have to manage that. So if there are heavier items, you will have to put in some kind of an effort. When you want to store things, check this out, you have to lift up the bag at least till this height, then place it down over here. So this is something that you will have to keep in mind when you are going out for a road trip with friends and family. I mean, this kind of storage space is reasonable and good enough for luggage of 7 people in my opinion, because you can stack up your bags over here, bags, backpacks, trolley bags easily. For your reference, check this out, we have a large sized trolley bag, cabin sized trolley bag, which is on the largest size. Then we have a duffel bag, we have a large, office bag, we have another backpack for our camera equipment, we have a snack box, we have umbrellas, and there is still plenty of space left over here. On the left hand side, you will notice you have some carved out niche areas where you can store some oddities. So maybe you can carry garbage bags if you're going out for a picnic, or store some of your food items over here nicely stacked just in case you don't want it to drop around. So everything is very neatly organized. And for organizing, you have these hooks over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can mount your luggage nets over here. You have a 12-volt charging socket, and you have hooks over here too. So just in case if you are carrying some plastic bags, you can have them hanging over here. So you have a total of 4 of these hooks on the back side of the third row. So this kind of space, not bad at all. What I'm going to do now is going to take all the luggage out. So I will bring it out just for your reference so that you know how much stuff we have over there. So these are all the bags that we are carrying. We have 2 umbrellas as well. And let me just place it nicely. Aesthetics, of course. And then we have this snack box too. Now, when you look at this boot area, just have a look at this. How deep it is, how spacious it is. And you can store plenty of luggage with absolute ease. And all of it is in a dark color, black color. So this will be easy to maintain. This will not get dirty very soon. The lamp for your boot is over here, an LED lamp, and this is going to help you find your luggage easily when you have parked your car at night. Now the reason why I have removed all this luggage from this particular section is because this third row seat, you can retract it, and this is where this third row seat will fit in. To do that, these are your handles. So check this out, you have to pull this handle, pull the seat behind, and then this is how it locks up in place. You can do that for this seat too. As you can notice, a 60-40 split. So pull this, pull the seat, good to go. Now have a look at that cargo area. Go to IKEA, bring home a sofa, a cupboard, a dining table. You can easily place it over here. It is not completely flat because there are some elevations and there are some hinges, as you can notice, but still this is plenty of storage. A person can actually place a sleeping bed over here, a sleeping bag over here, and sleep over here. It is that big. And to put these seats back up in place, again, pull this handle, check this out, and very easy to do this. Check this out. Not too much of an effort, anyone can do this. To pull it back down, to put it back down. Even though these are big seats, spacious seats for 3 adults, they are not too heavy to operate because the hinges are very well done. The packaging is quite nice, and this, I think, is super practical. For this price, no other car offers this kind of functionality and versatility for you and for your family. But if you want to carry really long luggage, really big luggage, and if you still have a lot more passengers, like if you have 6 passengers, you can have this 40% of the third row seat in place, to accommodate adults or members who want to get in. And then you can use this luggage area. So check this out. You can very easily park your luggage, and the space, the packaging is genuinely quite good. There is no other car which is going to allow you to do all of this. And you can actually accommodate all of this only in this much space. So you don't even need all of that floor area. So this is just to help you understand how you can package things in the boot of this Kia Carnival. And to close the tailgate, a touch of a button, down it goes, and listen to this audible click. This is going to tell you that you are good to go. Now to get inside the second row of the Kia Carnival, a touch of a button, and this electrically operated sliding rear door is going to open up this much. So this is the amount of space for ingress and egress. And for you to get inside, check this out. This is your side step, and this is how you will have to step in. So this is quite a high step that you have to take. So for your elderly family members, this could be slightly on the higher side. But even for them, if they want to, just manage by themselves, they can grab onto this handle, come up close, rest on this seat, then grab onto the door frame and then get inside. So if your grandparents are traveling with you, for them this is not really bad. They can then step on this side step, get their feet down slowly, and they can get in and out by themselves with dignity. And that is also very important when you are going out on a long road trip with your family, your extended family, so that everybody thinks that they are independent. And this Kia Carnival does offer that kind of flexibility for all age groups to get in and out. Nobody is going to share such kind of information with you. We hope that you appreciate it, and we hope that you subscribe to our channel. Now for my height to get inside, fairly easy, not really a difficult task. And you have two armrests over here in this captain seat of this Kia Carnival. Now come up close and check out the space that is available. The driver's seat, I have set it to my height, 5 feet 8 inches. This is the amount of leg room that is available, and thigh support is also decent. But this leg room, you can increase it. So check this out. You have these two operating points over here. This is to slide the seat forward and backward, and this is to slide the seat sideways. This is quite unique. No other car in the Indian market offers this. So check this out. If you want to sit closer to your other passenger in the second row, you can do that, and it is not really difficult. And to move it backwards and forwards, this is the maximum amount of space that you will get in terms of pushing this seat all the way back. And just have a look at this legroom. Fantastic, and really good thigh support when I'm seated this way. Good comfort that I'm getting, and I can stretch out and feel good over here in the second row of this Kia Carnival. These armrests are also going to, of course, add to the overall comfort. And if I just get it forward a little bit, this is the maximum that you can push it forward, and even then you have decent knee room. So for example, if you have all three rows occupied, and even if you are at the forward-most locking position, you are not compromised just because you are leaving some space for the third row passenger. So everybody will have enough space, ample space in this Kia Carnival. So all 7 passengers, nobody is going to cry for space, and that is what makes this car special. That is why this car makes sense even at this price tag. Now this seat back angle, this is electrically operated. So check this out. This is how much of a recline angle you get. Check this out. If I have to really push it all the way ahead, it is still going on, and now it has stopped. So of course you're not going to sit like this, but have a look at the arc of recline that you get. I am continuously holding that button, and this is the amount of space that is available. I will show those buttons to you soon, but check this out. If I now push this seat back, you have this particular piece over here. So check this out. You can get this out, and this extension is also going to offer you more space, more comfort. I will show that to you on that particular seat by pushing the front passenger seat all the way forward, but I'm just demonstrating that this kind of a feature is available on both these captain seats in the second row, and this will ensure that you have a really good time in this car. And also over here in the second row, all of these operations are very easy to do, and it doesn't take too long to find a comfortable seating position. Now have a look at this glass roof over the second row cabin. Really massive in size, allows a lot of light on the inside, and this sunshade is manually, operated. You'll have to pull it back in place manually to block the sun. But when you open the sunroof, it will retract along with the sunroof, and this is how much the sunroof opens, and this is allowing a lot of light. It gives you almost a convertible kind of a feeling. It is really massive in size, and you will have that wind in your hair kind of feeling, and everybody is gonna love this because you don't get such kind of a feature, especially in the second row, do you? One touch, the sunroof is going to close, and you can also just close this to block the sun completely if you are feeling hot. And if you are feeling hot, let me show you one more thing. On the door, you also have this retractable sun curtain. So this is also going to help you block the sun and keep the cabin cool on a hot sunny day, because there is a lot of glass greenhouse. There are huge glasses all around on this vehicle, so it is going to allow a lot of light on that summer day. So such features are going to be very, very necessary. And even with this sun shade now blocking the sun, it doesn't feel claustrophobic, because like I said, there are really massive glasses all around on this vehicle, which make this car seem spacious, and it doesn't feel claustrophobic at all, even with dark themed interiors. Have a look at the floor, all black, very nicely done. So this is going to be easy to maintain. Now check it out. I am in the master seat in the left hand side captain seat in the second row of this Kia Carnival. This front passenger seat, I have adjusted it for my height, and this is the amount of space that is available when this seat is at its forward-most locking position. If I push it behind, this is the amount of space. But if you are unusually tall, if you are the great Khali, and if you want to buy a Kia Carnival, check this out. You can push this seat all the way forward. You can adjust this recline angle too, and it keeps on going, and it has finally locked. This is the maximum space that you will get. Sit cross-legged, no problem at all, and this feels phenomenal. This is going to make you feel like a boss inside the cabin. Roof mounted AC vents again for the second and the third row. Retractable sun curtain, which is easy to operate. It took me some time, but it is not bad at all. Now what is special in the Kia Carnival are these set of buttons for the second row seats. Now first check this out. If the seat is sideways at its maximum, in terms of it is being pushed at its maximum on the outside, none of these features are going to work as expected. What you have to do is get it inside. And now have a look at this. When I long press this button, just look at this seat, what it is doing. And now I can have a nice and relaxing time over here in the second row of this Kia Carnival. Just have a look at this. It is like a personal lounger, and I can have a nap over here, and this is going to be so comfortable. And this is the max that you can recline this seat. And what else do you need? This is like a business class, seat in an airline, and it is just as comfortable, if not better. And if you want to get it back up, long press this button which says hold, and check it out, things are coming back in place. Very easy. Good that these one touch buttons are offered to you so that you don't have to keep adjusting via multiple buttons. And quite nice, isn't it? Let me show that to you one more time after wearing a seat belt. So assume that you are going out for a drive and now you want to recline and take a nap. So check this out. Now it has stopped. This is the maximum that you can adjust with this particular button. Now I'm going to get this extension up for my feet. Check it out. This is the maximum that it goes down, but you can then pull it back up based on your desired levels of comfort, and you can then rest your foot over here. You can further recline the seat back angle, and there are just so many combinations available for you to stop it at wherever you want so that you are comfortable. So the power is in your hands. There is just so much of a combination that is available that everybody in your family, all of your friends, your kids, they will find a comfortable seating position. But like I said, check this out. If I have this seat pushed all the way to its outside, now these buttons are not working. This is going to work only when the seats are inside in this cocoon so that you can recline and take a nap. Quite impressive, isn't it? And like I said, all of these buttons easy to operate and the motor sound is not at all too loud. But apart from this lounge-like seat, there are other important features inside the cabin. Let me show that to you. So have a look at this door pad. Over here you have this seat ventilation option. So you have cooling and heating for the second row, and there are 3 levels of seat ventilation, and this is going to keep you cool on that hot sunny day. This is your control for your power window, of course. Hard plastic over here. Hard plastic over here. Looks leather-like, but it is all plastic. But this is a soft touch material, gloss black, and over here you will notice you have these ambient lights to add some drama on your long drives. To open and close this sliding door, you have this button over here. Check this out, very easy to access. Press it once and this power assisted sliding door will close. Over here you only have a bottle holder. That is because since it slides out, things can fall out. The bottle will stay in place because it is recessed, but extra oddities can fall out. So that is, I guess, in terms of safety for not misplacing things. And you can also open the door making use of this handle, this lever. Check this out. Unlock it and it will open up. To close it, let us check it out. You can actually do it if you try to reach out, but it is going to be a bit too offset, so this is not ideal. This button is going to be ideal, but still, nevertheless, let's give it a try. Yes, it does work, and this is the amount of time that it takes to open and close the door. Retractable sunshade, like I told you. You have retractable grab handles over here. You also have a coat hook. On the roof, you have these circular AC vents which you can twist and turn and direct airflow on your body or away from your body, or if you want, you can also close it. Then you have 2 cabin lamps over here, and you also have this button for your sunroof control, which is over here on the roof. Check it out again. This is how much the sunroof opens up. This is the first stop, but you can also pull it back further. So this is the maximum opening. One touch to close it. And I'm sure you might be wondering, where are the AC controls for the second and third row? They are over here on the roof. Check it out. This panel, it is on the right hand side. This is over the driver's seat. Automatic climate control, and you have a separate temperature control over here. This vehicle offers you 3-zone climate control. One for the driver's side, one for the front passenger side, and one temperature control for the rear cabin. The buttons are very well done, doesn't feel like cheap plastic, and they are easy to operate. But if you are seated over here, you will have to reach out over there. But then you don't really have to, because you are the boss if you are sitting here and you can ask your driver to do it, and the driver necessarily doesn't have to use this control. He can do it from the climate control setting on the center console. So in terms of second row storage, I showed you the door pad. Then you have these seat back pockets behind both the front seats. Then over here you have two cup holders along with a smartphone holder. Very convenient, very useful. This actually is a dustbin, very nicely done. You have a charging point over here, and then over here you have some extra storage space where you can keep your smartphone too. So this also is going to be very, very useful. Now you might notice that there are no charging points over here. Why? Because they are offered to you somewhere else. Type-C charging points over here on the front seats. Very nice, very nicely done, very nicely positioned, because you can simply get the cable over here. Nothing is dangling around on the floor, so you won't really kick those cables and make them dirty. What is important is the floor section, which is flat. So this is going to allow you to sit sideways too and stretch out your legs just in case if you want to. You won't need to, because the seat already reclines and offers you so much range of motion and so many angles to sit that you don't necessarily have to sit like this. But if you want to, you can do this. There is just so much space in this Kia Carnival, and I think this space, top class. Now let's speak about the front cabin, and to get in and out, this is how wide the door opens, and for me, no problem at all. Even if you are short, you can use this side step to get in and out. And by the way, this driver seat, I have set it at its lowest setting. That is how I prefer to sit in any vehicle, even in such a big MPV. So one more time, check this out. No problem at all. The driver seat is electrically operated. As you can notice, you have all the controls over here. And then on the door pad, you will also notice you have two memory functions for the driver seat. On the door pad, you will notice you have your standard controls, but this is a hard plastic panel. This is a soft touch material with stitching. Up top over here, you have soft touch material, gloss black with ambient lights over here. Your speaker cutout, you get a premium Bose sound system, bottle holder and plenty of storage space. And this door, this is how it shuts. Now in terms of space, like I said, the seat is at its lowest setting. I have already adjusted it. This is the amount of headroom that is available. Fantastic. Just have a look at how big this vehicle is, how much it extends forward on this dashboard section. Massive vehicle and massive size. Both of you in the front cabin, you all sit really far from each other. So not really couple friendly. Would you say that? That's a wrong thing to say, by the way. Anyway, so check this out. The steering wheel, tilt and telescopic adjustment, good range of motion, and this is quite comfortable for me. I have set it to my desired seating position to suit my driving style, and the seat back angle too is quite nice. Have a look at the seat now. This is exclusive to India, this color tone, like I said. So this brown with black with contrast stitching, very good looking, and it is going to be good and easy to maintain too. The same dark color over here, that tan brown color over here on the armrest too. This is also quite nice because sometimes this gets stained quite easily in your ownership. So looks good, and you will notice that the front passenger seat is also electrically operated, but of course you don't get memory function for that seat, but you can operate the seat from here too. So you, the driver, or maybe the rear passenger, they can also operate this seat electrically. They don't have to reach out to those buttons. You have these buttons over here. You see these in other Hyundai cars as well. I have it in my personal Hyundai Tucson too. So now let's speak about the front cabin, and first have a look at the dashboard. It is so far, it is so huge, and you can't even reach out to clean it if you have to. All black, so that is quite nice. Hard plastic over here, soft touch material over here with some stitching pattern, and you have this really good looking curved display. The dashboard section is primarily in black, but you have some gloss black panels and that dark chrome satin kind of a finish over here to break the monotony. But there is no dual tone color as such in terms of a major color differentiation. But I really like it. It does look premium and upmarket. But before we get into the details, first have a look at this key. This is the key of the new Kia Carnival and Kia written on either side. Lock, unlock, hold to open the tailgate, and then buttons to open the door, and press this button to start your vehicle remotely. Quite nice. The key looks quite good and it is very lightweight actually, so this is not going to feel odd in your pocket. It won't feel heavy in your pocket. Do you like the key? You let us know in the comments below. And now let's speak about the details. Now first have a look at the steering wheel. So as you can notice, no flat bottom, so a conventional looking wheel, quite nice. Squarish or oval kind of a design. Good geometry lesson. Anyway, on the left hand side you have your controls for your infotainment. Very large buttons, so they are easy to operate. On the right hand side you have buttons for your cruise control and for ADAS functionality. Again, easy to understand and operate. On the steering wheel you have paddle shifters, so you get better control over the engine and gearbox. And overall on the wheel you will notice you have subtle contrast stitching. You have a gloss black panel too, and you have these satin silver kind of finishes. Then your left hand side stock for your wipers, automatically controlled of course. Automatic headlamps too, LED headlamps. And then on the right hand side of the steering column you have these controls. This is your headlamp leveler. This is for your electronic driving assistance, your ESP traction control kind of a suit. Let us press this button and check it out what it shows. That is for traction control and stability control, and you get an audible beep too every time you make any changes. Over here, check this out. This is for your power door off. This is for your tailgate, and these are the two buttons to open the doors from the driver's seat, to open the second row sliding doors. So press and hold, very easy to do it. So in case your owner is not willing to do it by himself or herself, this is where you can control the doors from. Lower down, have a look at the floor. A generous dead pedal, good pedal placement, nicely spaced out, so it is not at all cramped. This is a massive car and there is good foot room too for you, the driver. On the right hand side, this is your bonnet opening lever, and when you come up, right now you are not going to notice the head-up display because it is quite bright on the outside, but you do get a massive heads-up display and it is going to show you a lot of information. It is not going to be visible right now, it is over here somewhere, but we'll try to add an overlay which will show you all the information that is seen in that head-up display area. Now let us look at these screens, this curved display that is offered to you for your speedometer and for your infotainment. So this is your screen, your driver's display. So have a look at this. This is for ADAS, and next screen is for your compass. And check this out, current trip, since refueling, since last reset, urea level because you have AdBlue, TPMS, it is showing that rear tire pressure is low on the right side, and if you have any service messages you can erase them too from here. Easy to read all the information, everything is nicely spaced out, legible fonts, prime odometer, temperature, auto hold is active, RPM, digital speed readout, your MID, ADAS information, plenty of telltale lights, and some features are deactivated today on the drive for your ADAS functionality. Temperature, fuel gauge, which driving mode, distance to empty, everything is shown to you over here in good, easy readable fonts. When you change the drive modes, check this out. This is the kind of animation that you get. As you can notice, the display is changing a bit. So once you are used to this vehicle, you will know which driving mode you are in based on the layout that you see over here. Let us try to go into settings and check if there is some option given to us, if there is any power given to us. So I don't think there is any setting that is available over here. So maybe that is over here on this screen. So this is your infotainment, and first I'm going to activate the 360-degree camera. So check this out. This is the feed that you get, and the display is fantastic in terms of the resolution and the quality. Check this out, multiple angles, 3D view too, and you can easily have a look around and drive your Carnival safely. You can notice another Kia Carnival which is parked over here, another publication shooting. Our car is actually black, but this is the standard color that you will see over here. And check this out, you have dynamic grid lines too, so that is going to help you drive your car easily. Plenty of settings over here for your camera display, so you can make those changes, and good display, isn't it? This should make things easy because this is a large vehicle. Touch response is quite nice, and you have a lot of controls over here. Check this out, plenty of settings, weather information. Of course, you have a lot of connected car features available with this Kia Carnival, and what is important is that the over the air updates can actually update your drive systems. So that is going to ensure that your vehicle is up to date with all softwares, not just for infotainment and connectivity, but even in terms of overall functionality. So check this out, going to seats. So second row seat, ventilation, warmer, you can activate it, deactivate it from here too for your rear occupants. You can adjust the backrest angle, I guess, and yes, that is happening. So check this out, Vidhi is seated in the back seat, and if I adjust the angle, you can notice that the recline function is working. I am doing that from this screen over here. Quite impressive, isn't it? You can change the backrest angle, cushion tilt, leg support, and go to relax mode too. I mean, which other vehicle is offering you this at this price point? I don't think this is offered in any other product at this price. Good UI UX. I like the dark theme, and it looks quite nice because even right now when it is a bit sunny outside, all of this is very easy to read and not too much of a reflection. And of course, you get all the connected features such as Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and all of that. You also have this vehicle diagnostics. Let us see what it does. It takes a few moments. It is asking us to stay on the screen, and as you can notice, all systems are okay. All of these checks are done by this vehicle, and yeah, what else do you need? Good system, and it sounds quite good too. You have a premium Bose sound system, and it is fantastic. It is more than what you need in a car actually. Now these AC vents, you can shut them if you are feeling too cold. And since we are talking about air conditioning, have a look at this climate control panel. Touch sensitive, and also you have this rotary dials. I wish that these were a bit metallic in terms of the finish. This feels a bit too plasticky, especially at a car at this price point. On a car at this price point, this feels a bit cheap. But this panel, it looks quite nice, and even under the sun, as you can notice, there is some reflection, but it is nicely spaced out. So dual zone climate control for the front cabin But check this out, if I go to low and now if I hit sync, it is low everywhere, and this is for your rear cabin. Check this out, you can adjust the fan speed for your rear cabin manually, and you can also set the temperature. Right now I am adjusting it to 20, and now again I'm going to hit sync. Check this out, it has synced to 20 degrees for the entire cabin. Quite nice. And automatic climate control button is over here. Very easy to understand and operate, but since this is a touch sensitive panel, if you want to make any changes while you are driving the car, you will have to get your eyes off the road and control this, because you might accidentally press some other button. But nevertheless, good looking and functional. This is your engine start stop button. Ambient lights are over here, as you can notice. The color does change. Let me show that to you. So you have to go to settings, and when you go to settings, you have to go to vehicle, you have to go to lights, and now in ambient lights I am deactivating linked to drive mode, and now have a look at the color. I'm going to change it manually. So plenty of color options, and this will add a lot of drama on your long drives, and you can set a custom color too. So check this out, you have the control which color you want, so multiple shades, or you can simply link it to your drive mode. So ambient lights are seen over here. I hope that you can see it clearly. Then lower down you have a really massive storage bin, wireless charging pad. This is an iPhone 15 Pro for size reference, and even then there is plenty of space over here. Let me show another phone over here. Now this is a Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, and even with this phone there is plenty of storage space all around. This is an iPhone XS, and this is wirelessly charging right now, and when it is charging wirelessly, you have this notification that is seen over here. Check this out, you have a charging outlet over here. I really like this flap. I haven't seen it in any car till date. Very nicely covered, so this is going to be easy to wipe off too. Two Type-C charging points as well, so that is going to ensure that everybody in this vehicle have their gadgets charged at all times. Speaking about the glove box, this is the amount of space. It is illuminated, but it is not cooled. I don't know why, but this is the kind of space that you get, and your manuals and all of those documents you can store over here easily. Then have a look at this center console area, which has a lot. So two big cup holders and bottle holders. You can easily store 1 liter bottles over here, but this doesn't have any retractable cover. This is your gear control. So as you can notice, knurled pattern, looks quite nice. Now this feels good. I wish this kind of a finish was offered here for the AC vents, because this feels premium, it looks premium. Park button is over here on the center, which I have already pressed, R and D, and when you switch to any different drive mode, you have that LED indicator over here to denote which setting, which gear you have selected. Press it to activate park, and then you have an electric park brake. This is your button for your drive mode selector. Auto hold functionality. Again, you will notice you have that satin chrome finish all around. Adds a sense of premiumness. And these are the controls for your seat heating and ventilation for the driver seat and for the front passenger seat. So heating and ventilation for both the front seats. Park assist button, 360-degree camera button, a couple of blanks. I don't know if there are any other features sold abroad, but overall nice and spacious, very well done. And this is really massive and really wide, so it keeps you apart, keeps you away from your front passenger. It might be a good thing on some days, a bad thing on some other days. Another storage point over here. As you can notice, we have kept our mic. Just understand the versatility and the space that is on offer. I'm going to get my phones off this. Keep both my phones over here. This is the key. Like I told you, plenty of storage over here. I wish this was covered. It had a retractable cover. It would have looked more neat, but nevertheless it doesn't look bad. This armrest is nice and wide, and below this you have a lot of storage again. So this also is going to accommodate plenty of your items which you want to keep hidden under this armrest so that they are not seen to a thief who might be just curiously looking at your Kia Carnival. On the roof section, standard controls, cabin lamps for your emergency assistance, sunroof controls for your front sunroof and for your rear sunroof. Very nice dark theme over here, so it looks nice. The panel looks quite nice. Beautiful looking rimless inside rear view mirror. I really like it. It looks very nice. Then over here for the front passenger, you have a vanity mirror with cover along with illumination, and you have that for the driver too. A light, a vanity mirror along with a cover. So very nicely done, and this is fabric upholstery over here on this roof liner, and it is nice and soft to touch as well. So a really long exhaustive video, almost like a movie that we've shot, and I am very thirsty right now. So that is all that I want to share with you about the interior cabin of this new Kia Carnival limousine. It does feel like a limousine, but does it feel worth over 75 lakh rupees to you on road in terms of pricing? Let us know in the comments below. I think it tries to justify its price tag with the amount of space, with the kind of features, the perceived quality, just visually how well put together it is, and especially in the second and third row where it tries to add more value to your overall commuting life if you like to go out a lot with your friends and family. If you have any other questions about this car, ask me in the comments below. I will try my best to help you out. This was the interior review video. We have a separate exterior design review video too, and we have a separate detailed drive review video as well. Subscribe to the Shifting Gears channel. Always drive safe, always wear your seatbelt, and follow speed limits. Goodbye.